Welcome to attempt 3 at recording this video. It is 1:10 in the morning. The first time I tried to record it, I somehow missed the play button, and so I was just talking to myself for like 5 minutes straight, not realizing that it wasn't recording. And the second time, I got like 4.5 minutes in, and then it ran out of space on my phone, so I went through and deleted everything in the trash, because it isn't deleting them fast enough. And now I am here again so I can actually finish my ramble properly. Today I did the exam number 4, CBE specifically, which is the ones for the maths. They're the competency-based exams, which means you have to score 90% or better on them in order to pass, but you can take them multiple times. I think it's a fairly good system, as much as I've had my complaints with it in the past, because it does make sure you actually understand more or less how to do the math, even if you don't 100% understand the reasoning behind the math. Now, my alarm was set to 10:30. I woke up at 10:30. I got through one attempt. It took me like an hour and 16 minutes probably. It wasn't great, but I had work in like half an hour. So I went to work. I worked until like 6, and then I ate after that. So I get back at 7, and I just keep doing practices. Every practice takes me about an hour as I get faster and faster at it. And then between those, I take like a 15-minute break just to do something else. And then go back and do another one. I get close to midnight, and I decide it's finally time for me to do it. So I think I got like 3 or 4 practices in by the end of that. Probably closer to 3, admittedly, but I was feeling a bit more confident. I knew most of the questions. So I sit down over there. It's like shockingly loud. There are people over in the lobby right now at 1 in the morning who are still talking, and you could hear their incoherent speaking all the way through the doors. And I just figured that because it's completely incoherent and obviously nothing useful of information, that they won't mind. And by they, I mean whoever sees over the digital. Oh no, they aren't in the lobby. They are sitting in the hallway. Just sitting there on the floor in the hallway. I don't know why. Paul was also being fairly loud. He was like 25 feet away on a closed door in the wall, but he was talking with someone on a computer and being a bit noisy. So I went and bugged him to be a bit quieter, and he was very respectful and did so. But by the time I even thought about them, I'd already started the exam, so I couldn't exactly get up and bug someone about it. So I just did the exam. And the first question is not going great. I factor something wrong. There's exponential equations where they give you x squared plus x plus whatever non-x value. And if you break those down into x plus or minus something times x plus or minus something, and I do it wrong. The values I was using to break apart were 5 and 6. It wanted me to get numbers that multiply together to 5, but add together to 6. So, no, I'm thinking about that wrong. One of them is a negative value. It's probably, it's 5 and negative 6. So it's multiply together to get negative 6, but add together to get 5. So it's obviously 6 and negative 1. But I get it flipped in my head. And so instead, I give it negative 2 and negative 3, which multiply together to get 6, and add together to get negative 5, which is the opposite of what it was asking for. So even as I go through and I try a second time, because I factored that base wrong and didn't go far enough back to realize that was the problem, I get that one wrong. That one was entirely on me. But that means that I can't get any other questions wrong, or I go under the 90% threshold. So I'm going through very carefully. I get some things wrong, and it allows me to reattempt it once, and I get it right. And I get to the second to last question. And the second to last question is basically almost the exact same as my last practice on that same question, except they changed a 400 base value to a 500 base value. It's probably bacterial growth, I think. And, I was so excited, this is one I've done before, that I kept using the wrong number. Anytime I was supposed to use 500, I kept using 400, and then I immediately realized I did it wrong and switch it back. But I did that 3 times. 3 times I looked at that number when, it says 500 there, but I just did 400, and so I wrote down 400 again. I got it right. That was all that mattered. I get down to the last one. The last one is very simple. It's decibels. You take the first number they give you and the second number they give you, and you find the difference between those, and then that is equal to 10 times the logarithm of x, where x is the intensity, and that's what I need to find. So obviously, get the differences, which is 42, divide it by 10, so now it is just 4.2 is equal to the log of x. And I completely blank on how to undo a log. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, no, I can't get this wrong. The whole exam is based on logs. This should be so simple. But I can't remember how they work. And so I'm sitting there brute forcing things on the calculator, just trying to guess something that makes sense. I just start with smaller numbers, and I go up to 70,000, and I'm finding 4.6 something. And I'm like, that's interesting, but a little too high. It's actually a really big number. And I slowly go down until I get to 10,000. And log of 10,000 is 4. And I write this down. It finally clicks what's going on, how it works. Log is the reverse of exponentials. When I'm putting in the log of 10,000 is equal to 4, that's log base 10. Which means that 10 times itself 4 times, or 10 to the power 4, is equal to 10,000. And now I know how to do it. I just take 10 to the power of 4.2, and that is equal to my x value. That's what I'm looking for. And it's 15,000. I'm like, that looks like a really big number, but that makes sense considering it's an exponential. So I put it in, and it's right. And I got the exam right. And I haven't found out the results yet. Because, while I technically know I got 90%, someone still has to go through and verify it, which they'll be doing in a few hours. In the meantime, I need to get to bed. There's a couple things I need to do before that, because obviously, I've been all day either doing work or practice exams, and I've gotten several messages from friends and a couple emails that I need to go and check, which I haven't done properly yet, and so I'll probably do that and then get ready for bed. But, generally positive today. I'm going to go and do that stuff now. So I hope you have a lovely night, and I hope me rambling and explaining math was entertaining. Have a good night. I love you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.